Hello, and welcome to Khyber Shards, a 5th edition actual play show set in the Eberron campaign world. And in fairness, I didn't make one of them volunteer to do the recap. So last time on Khyber Shards, in search of a Vorpal sword, our this portion of the strike force set off with the guidance of the very competent and confident Pixie Thistle to the Green Chapel, where Pog faced the Green Knight after a brief attempt to have a conversation with the Hanging Tree.
Regrets. That was a decision we made.
Pog struck the head of the Green Knight from their shoulders, only to have them place their head back on their shoulders, and then Pog endured without flinching a stroke of the Green Knight's Vorpal sword, and departed with a scar and a Vorpal sword. Returning to the Forest Queen's Hall, they were feasted by the Forest Queen herself. Shade told an excellent tale of the rescue of Cal and the other imprisoned beasts, and they left restored and refreshed and armed to go and face the Jabberwock.
Here we go.
So you were once again in the Twilight Forest of the Feywild, and Thistle leads you away from the ring in the trees toward the slithy toves. And it isn't very long before you can hear the buzzing of marsh bugs and the sound of the marshes.
About that.
I did also.
And after a bit, you see the gangly figure of Ponderous sitting on the edge of the toves, fishing.
So, do we go back up now, Shade? Or do we? Because we're not going to make it through the bog fighting.
No, we are not.
There is no around.
Do you think we could get its attention and get it over on land so we don't have to deal with tricky trees or swampy swamps?
That's a much better idea. We should probably tell Ponderous that it's not about to be safe on the shore, though, huh?
Yeah, that's true. But you should hide, because I can get his attention since you have the sword that'll hurt it.
You mean the Jabberwock, not Ponderous, right?
Right, yeah.
Okay. Just.
I mean, I could also get Ponderous's attention, but you probably don't need to hide from him.
I didn't think so. Yup. Well, looking around us, is there any spot that looks better or is it basically just all the same bank, all as far as we can see either direction?
It seems to all sort of run smoothly down to the bank.
And how far from the water to, I'll just say tree line?
Not far. In some places, the forest overhangs the marsh.
Okay. Are they all jub trees, or are those only in the bog? Those are the birds.
Tum-tum trees.
Tum-tum.
Tum-tum trees are only in the bog.
Okay. Then Pog is going to climb one of the trees just a little ways up and get as far out on a branch as he safely can. And then from that location, maybe 15 feet to the right, his echo will appear in the same place.
And I would like to be within 30 feet of them and cast Pass Without a Trace.
Okay. All right. So Pog, you have a +10 on stealth checks.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Shade, you hear in your ear, this is so exciting.
It is. There is excitement. Yes. Cal, I would prefer that you also hide if that's up in a tree or behind the tree, or maybe you don't want to be with the tum-tums. It's up to you, but yeah. I would prefer that you're not just right here.
Okay. Roll a stealth check for Cal with a +10.
I will do that. I should give Cal his hit points back before this encounter.
Yeah, he gonna want those.
Push.
You have inspiration, don't forget.
You're so smart.
I saw your roll. I went into panic mode.
I rolled a natural 1, as y'all probably can imagine with the reaction we just had.
We almost started the fight.
Right. Okay, but with a much better roll, let's see, 15 plus 10 is 25, plus his stealth.
We all lose track of Cal.
That is correct. I have marked that his stealth is plus 12.
So 37?
37. So the thing is, as much as we've commented on Cal's pattern being very noticeable and distinctive in our world, it's perfect camouflage here. Everything is sort of vibrantly green with a slight blue overlay. And so, yeah, Cal crouches down and is just impossible to see.
That's
in
amazing.
my head, I'm just imagining, I go, I want you to hide Cal. And he goes, okay.
Cal ducks into the trees with cat-like tread.
Okay. There we go.
Pog, you are up a tum-tum tree or one of the non?
A regular tree. That's why I wanted to make sure they weren't all.
Yep. Okay, so you're up a tree and you're hiding. Then roll a stealth check with a +10.
That I also get advantage on.
Nice.
So, maybe it gets better. A 19.
29.
Oh, 29. Yes, 29. I forgot my +10 there. Yeah.
Yes, you are very well hidden in the leaves of a tree. What's Shay doing?
Can I see the Jabberwock?
Make a perception check.
$16.
You do not see the Jabberwock.
Shade just starts yelling.
Okay.
Taunting, specifically, Jabberwock! Hey!
From a little up the shore, Ponderous sort of looks over at you.
Oh, yeah. We forgot to go warn him.
Oh, hey, Ponderous. I'm calling the Jabberwock over here, so you may want to...
You see Ponderous just begin to pack up his fishing gear. Stands
the fastest
up to
we've seen him move.
Stands up, slowly unfolds himself to a height of about 8 feet.
Oh.
And slings a pack over his shoulders. picks up his
That is
rod
very tall.
and lays it on his shoulder, touches his hat.
Brilliant day to you.
And turns and
Hand to
begins
you!
rolling up
Thank you
the
so
shore.
much, Casey. Thank you so much. It pained me to be hiding and not be able to say that.
After a little bit of shouting, you do hear the sounds through the trees.
Great.
I cannot believe it is Pog and Shade that have to fight the Loch Ness monster right now. Ugh.
As soon as it is within, what's the word? Oh my goodness.
Sight.
Within, the distance of
Range.
shooting. Range.
Oh,
yes.
I see, yes.
The word range. I would like to shoot it with an arrow.
Yeah. Okay. Take a shot.
For 25.
Your arrow goes flitting among the trees and thunk into the hide of the Jabberwock. Roll damage.
The way you phrased that at the start, I
10.
thought was a miss.
10.
About to
All
be
right.
heated.
Right.
Are we favored foeing this creature?
Oh, yes. Thank you. For 1.
Hey, it's not nothing.
It's true. It's 1 more than nothing.
Okay, yes. The burbling sound of the Jabberwock goes, and you see its head on its long neck twist around, look at the shoulder, and then look up at you, and it begins to move towards you faster than you would have expected it should be able to move in the deep slidey toes.
Cool.
Awesome.
Great.
Awesome. That's right.
Mm-hmm. And as it runs, you see its eyes begin to glow brightly, and then suddenly there's as a beam of fire.
I forgot that
bursts
it's
out towards
Cyclops.
Very cool. Very cool.
I forgot about laser eyes.
That is 18.
Oh, yeah. No, that definitely is more than my AC.
Oh, that's such a bad damage roll.
Oh, bummer.
I don't know how you mean that.
He rolled 4d8 and rolled 2 2s and 2 1s.
Ah,
So you take 6 fire damage.
Great damage
Excellent.
roll. Great. Keep that up.
Excellent.
Keep that up. Love that from you.
And it comes charging on.
can I?
And we're just going to do side initiative because regardless of what anybody rolls on this, it's going to end up being you and Pog go and the Jabberwock go and you and Pog go and the Jabberwock go once we get through a first round, so I'm not going to bother with that.
Okay.
So the Jabberwock's turn. It moves towards you. It would now be about 40 feet from you and closing when it shoots at you with its eyes. And it's your turn. Unless Pog is doing something other than remain hidden during that first initiative.
No, it's got to get close enough.
All right, then Shade, your turn again.
Within 40 feet, I would like to cast
It is.
Shatter.
Okay. That's a Constitution save, right?
Yes.
It's pretty good at that. So that is an
Oh,
18.
okay.
So it's going to
Ooh,
save.
yeah, that passes.
Mhm.
All right. It
It is the beefy.
half, right? Okay. Half is still 10.
Okay.
There we go. There we go. We chip away.
Yeah, once again, this loud crack. And the creature sort of veers off to one side for a moment before recovering itself. Pog, it's within 40 feet. Are you staying put?
40 feet of me or 40 feet of my echo? Has it landed
how
yet?
far out is your echo? I'm sorry.
He's 15 feet farther to my side. So
Okay.
if he's coming from that side, he'll come to the echo first.
Then he's about 25 feet from your echo.
The math in my head here. No, that distance, I still can't do anything. Even if I teleport my echo. He can't teleport that far away from me.
Okay, then the Jabberwock is going to close. So,
racing
forward.
I'm so sorry. I would like to switch places with my echo as my turn. That'll be the movement.
Cool. All
So
right,
I'll be the one
flip,
that's closer.
You flip out into the closer tree. Was your echo on a tree?
Yeah, he was on a branch equal to me on the opposite side.
Okay. And the Jabberwock comes bound and now heaves itself up out of the ground. And what you see is a long, snaky body with big, knobby arms that, when they're on the ground, the knees, elbows, I don't know, stick up past the back, and it sort of clambers rapidly towards you, Shade, with a loud and
I hate it.
is going to attack you.
Yep.
I hate it so much.
Yeah.
The first thing that happens is as it leaps out of the bog, you are subject to its manxome presence, and I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
I knew we should have asked about that. That word was so specific. We should have asked about that.
14.
You pass. You are not frightened.
Okay.
And so it comes at you and is going to attack. And it can only see one target, so...
This is going to be one long turn, Casey. I'm sorry.
No worries. This is what we did this for.
It snaps at you
Yeesh.
for a natural 1.
Awesome.
Let's go.
You deftly avoid its jaws. And then, oh my gosh, its first claw attack rolls also a natural 1.
Oof.
And so the claw goes over you and just through the trunk of a tree. And its last claw attack, there it is, 21.
That hits.
Another pretty poor damage roll. That is going to be 10 slashing damage, and the claws catch, and you are grappled in one of its clawed hands.
Boo.
And that is the end of the Jabberwock's turn. Shade, it's your turn.
All right. Well, being grappled, I can't shoot an arrow at it, can I?
You can. You would probably. I would say you would have disadvantage on attempting to do so.
I mean, his neck is so long, though. Like,
Mm-hmm.
It's all, her whole world is neck right now.
let's see. Can I try? Can I cast Entangle on it?
Sure. That's going to be a strength save.
It is.
That's a pretty good roll to start with. Yeah, it's going to end up with a 22.
Yes. That does, in fact, succeed.
The vines wrap around it and it just snaps them free.
Okay. Will I try?
Mm-hmm.
I would like that I am trying to keep its attention. Like now that it has me, I'm trying to keep its attention. But
Like that.
right. But I would like Cal to sort of make like a passing attack from behind.
Sure. Cal can have advantage on his attack.
What a wild ride. Okay. So that would be 18 to hit.
18 does hit.
And 10 damage. 10 slashing damage.
Awesome. Yeah, Cal's claws rake through it.
Fantastic, Cal.
Okay. Pog, you're up.
And it's below me,
Yeah.
holding shade. Then with the Vorpal sword and it illuminated with green flame blade, I'm gonna drop down onto its back and try to stab straight down so that I will wind up on its back with an impaled for me to hold on to the angriest Bronco ever.
Awesome. Give me an attack. You have advantage because you have been hidden from it.
Starting off strong. It's 25.
25 most definitely hits.
Nice.
So then I'll roll this and then my green flame blade. So 8 and 3, so 11 damage.
Those were disappointing damage rolls. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So the flaming blade slashes into it, sizzling on the blood that comes pouring out of the wound that you cut.
And for my second attack, I'm going to pull the blade and slice into the neck if I can.
Okay. Make your attack.
18.
18 will hit. 8 again.
Oh, this is wrong. So 22 damage.
Nice.
Nice.
Much stronger the second time.
Yeah. Okay. The Jabberwock's turn.
He's gonna be mad now.
Yeah. The Jabberwock is... and its neck twists around, and it's going to bite at Pog.
Of course.
For 23.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'll lean into it, I guess. It just keeps... Pog is just sacrificing every part of him these days.
You take 19 piercing damage.
Oh my goodness.
Can I just catch up to you in damage in one bite? You took a laser eye and a slash, and I caught up to you.
I believe you surpassed me.
That's amazing. Owie.
Yeah.
No,
I've only taken 16.
It sort of twirls around, and it basically just slams the clawed fist against a tree that it's got shade clutched in.
Right.
So shade, that's a whole lot. That's 27 to hit you.
It does, yeah.
Boy, this thing just keeps getting better at attacking. Literally every roll.
You take 13 damage as the claw just smashes you into a tree. And then one of the hind legs, Pogs, you're focused forward, and one of the hind legs reaches up and rakes at you on its back, trying to get you, but rolls a natural one.
Oh, shucks. Oh, darn. Golly.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
And I need Pog to make a wisdom saving throw against the Mangsome presence.
Don't be scared.
Oh, I ain't scarred. 16.
You are not scared. All right, back around to Shade's turn.
I would like to stab it in the eye.
Sure.
Big mood. Yeah, no, I feel that.
Um, 18.
Yeah, that does hit.
And 8 damage.
Okay.
And
With your
favorite
first-
foe.
Yeah.
3 more, so 11. And then I would like to
Okay.
stab him again.
Understandably so.
He had it coming.
For 13.
That's...
Does that hit?
Yeah. Oh, 13 does not hit. No.
Okay.
Sorry.
So excited.
I know.
I thought we couldn't miss on this guy.
He's right there.
His eye's the size of me.
What about Cal?
Cal takes a run and swipe again. Oh.
Oh.
I can't do that to Cal. I can't.
Are you pushing?
I will push it. What?
Oh my gosh.
Well, those of you that can't see it, I did roll 1 2 times in a row.
Oof.
It does happen.
It do be like that sometimes.
But I much prefer it when the Jabberwock rolls them 2
That's
times in
way
a row
cooler. That's
than
way
when I
cooler.
do.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That feels better, doesn't it? Yeah. Alas.
All right. Cool.
Uh, Okay. So you hew at the Jabberwock. Cal gets batted aside by one of its big clawed feet. Pog, your turn.
Before
Actually, before you do anything, that burbling gets to you. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
15.
But you shake it off.
Okay, I learned from Taylor Swift. So
Right.
instead of Pog doing anything right now, from his perch, my Echo is going to take a dive at the leg that is holding Shade to try to hack hard enough to hopefully spur the release. So is that going?
I'll give him advantage.
Good. I'm real nervous about him attacking like he is rolling for himself for some reason. Thank goodness. He does not do anything.
No, alas, no. Yeah, the Echo dives and swings, and the axe blade just sort of turns aside as it strikes the clawed foot of the Jabberwock.
Then hopefully he'll be a little distraction. So Pog's going to take a swing into the neck again. Oh, he's turned and facing me, right?
Yeah.
Then I'm going to try to stab into the eye is how I'm going to play that for 25.
Yes, that hits.
Nice.
Number of times you've rolled 18 with that Vorpal sword is notable to me.
For 21 damage.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And I'm going to action surge to pull the blade out of the eye and now hack into the neck.
Nice.
Oh, it bounced off the 18. I'm going to push.
Oh, man.
I need to make the most out of damage here. I'm not going to waste my action surge. 23 to hit
That definitely hits.
Excellent.
for 18 more damage.
Nice. Yeah, you are cutting
That is
into this
fantastic.
thing hard. Okay, there we go. Awesome. The Jabberwock is furious at this point, and is turning and slamming against trees, and it is going to first turn and dive into the bog.
Oh no.
Shade, you go under as its claws dive down into the bog.
Right.
Pog, the scarred face, the eyes light up and at you.
As it jumps in, would my Echo have an opportunity to try to grab onto its leg to ride along with Shade?
Your Echo could make an attack of opportunity, sure. And this, you would essentially try to grapple.
To grapple,
so make,
yeah.
Yeah.
Then unarmed.
No, you make an athletics check.
God, with the 18 rolling over to the 5 every time to 12.
Yeah, 12. Well, actually, I
can't.
guess this is opposed. He could roll really badly. He does not.
I'm sorry, Shade.
Echo dives for it, but misses.
I can't afford to push too much.
Oh, no worries.
And the eyes of flame. First attack is only 13, which I don't think hits you, Pog.
Nope.
And it will attack again with the same attack.
Because why wouldn't it?
All right. This time for 16.
Yeah, that matches. That's so many dice.
It is. You take 17 fire damage as a wave, as a just ray of flame bathes you for a moment. Okay. Shade, you're underwater. You can't see anything because it's murky, slithy water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like we drew it up.
Well, then I would like to stab the arm that is holding me
Okay.
to try to get it to release me. Is that what I want to do? Yeah, I think so. So we're sticking with it now. For 18.
18 hits.
Let's go.
For 7 damage.
Okay.
And then plus favored foe. Sweet. 6 more.
Nice.
Nice.
And then can I stab it again?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. For 19.
19 hits.
8. And 2 damage.
That's rough.
Mm.
Yeah.
It is.
What about Cal?
Cal. Well, if he went back into the bog, can Cal get to him?
Cal can, yeah, he can.
What's the Jabberwock speed? How far in have we gotten?
You're about 30 feet out in the bog.
I don't. Actually, yes. He will. Cal will go and swipe at the Jabberwock.
Okay.
For 26.
Nice.
Yes, 26 hits.
For 9 damage. And then I would like to have him face step back to the
Okay.
shore.
Nice. So Cal
Nice.
leaps out, claws at the Jabberwock, and then. back
That's
to the shore.
awesome.
That is very
Cal's
cool.
pretty cool.
Pog.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, with his face just right there, all I can do to help Shade is try to hurt this thing more. So we're gonna stab it in the eye again. Maybe 15.
15 does not hit.
Okay, do the same thing again, and a 14 won't do it.
14 will not.
I am gonna push that one.
Okay.
Ouch. Come on. A
Hey.
26.
Nice.
I got a 19. It was right there.
I know.
It was right there. Oh, come on, Vorpal Sword.
This is the only weapon where rolling a 19 does not feel good.
Oh. And so it's going to be for 21 damage.
That's still not bad.
Yeah, no, we did things. We did things. And
You did things real good.
I would argue that it's in fact good.
But with the 20, I could have really maybe done something.
It's true. It's true.
With my bonus action, I'm gonna bring my Echo. He's gonna dissolve from where he is on the shore and is gonna pop up on the shoulder blade next to me.
Okay. All right. The Jabberwock is going to continue to hold Shade under the water and focus on trying to deal with Pog. It's going to first bite at Pog. That's a real good roll. 25 to hit.
Ooh.
Yeah. The teeth hurt so bad.
Maybe not this time. Rolled real poorly on the damage dice. D10s are pretty swingy. That is only 9 piercing damage. And then its claws. First claw attack is only 16. That hits.
Matches.
That, right?
Yep.
Yep. So that is 14 slashing damage. And you are grappled. And it yanks you off and slams you down under the water.
It's a front or a back
Front claw.
claw.
Okay. Shade, your turn.
Well, I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
He being the Jabberwock, it is very large.
Yep.
Can I cast Thunder Wave out from me at its face?
Yes.
Dope.
I would like to do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
What does that require?
That is a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. That is a very low roll. He rolled a 9 total.
He fails. And that is 11 thunder damage, and he is pushed 10 feet away from me. I don't know what that means in this case.
Okay. Yeah. So the mud just explodes out from under, and the Jabberwock rears back, and both of you are freed from its grasp.
Awesome. My Echo dissolves, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Yep.
And Pog, you come up just as the Jabberwock, you're standing in about chest-deep mud, just as the Jabberwock comes back down, its claws into the mud, and it's rearing above you. And it's your turn. I'm sorry, actually it would be Cal's, if Cal wanted, if you want Cal go.
No, he's still in the bog, and Cal doesn't have face step again, so.
Okay, then it is Pog.
Okay, and he is in front of me and Shade is on my side.
Yes.
Okay. Then Pog is going to summon his echo again on its back, and at the same time as that, from the front, going to stab into the neck as close to the base as I can. Oh my, no, he's not. Not that time. But as it glances off, we will turn and try again. And we're still gonna miss.
Or are you gonna push?
I'm not, but I am going to unleash incarnation, and so my echo is going to get an attack.
Okay, cool.
For 22.
22 hits.
Nice.
For 14.
Would you like to describe the slaying of the Jabberwock?
The blade glances off as he stabs once, he swings back and goes again, and it slides off, and with a scream of frustration, the echo, sensing the intention, swings down with his ghostly sword, and just like how we had a decapitated Pog, we see the ghastly form pass through, but this time the head does slide forward and off, and the neck starts to slowly sink down.
The body of the Jabberwock writhes like a snake that's had its head cut off for a moment, and then heaves over into the pond, the bog.
Is the head the last to go down?
The head is there, yeah.
Seeing that everyone's okay, Pog's gonna try to get over to it to crank a tooth out.
Okay. On the shore, you hear, yes, that was amazing. Oh wow.
Yeah, Pug
Shade.
is very awesome.
Shade, that was so good.
That was
so good.
The light looks good on you, dude.
No, you. Are you kidding me? With the getting the attention, with the making him swing his head, you got hit by fire and then you blew him up out of the mud. Are you kidding me?
Okay, that was pretty cool. But
That was the coolest. We didn't die.
We did not.
Not even one
we did
time.
not die. We're not. I thought we'd be closer to death too. That sword
close.
came in the.
You can't see the blood because I'm the muds, but
Right.
that was so good. We did that.
We did it. I think the queen's gonna be really impressed.
And with all of the leftover adrenaline, Pug is just going to have an absolute primal scream of victory. That was a big win there. Sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, whoa. Good job.
Yes, you too, Cal. We beat the Jabberwock.
Cal. You didn't see. Cal came up and jumped on his back and just sliced him super hard, and then poof, he was gone again. He went right back. It was so good.
Cal is the coolest. I don't know why he still hangs out with us.
Don't ask him. I don't want. Please continue. Please stay hanging out. And
Cal is cleaning the mud out of his fur.
Go give him a little scruff and help with a wipe off of the dirty paw.
We should go tell the queen.
We should go tell the queen.
We should.
Yeah. Thistle leads you back towards, back into the woods. Still riding Cal. And
who wouldn't?
And eventually, as you go, you notice that, yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
We weren't told we needed to bring any proof back, were we?
We were not.
Oh, we
We were
could.
just told.
This-
Yeah, that's the queen.
Should it
like
just
you've
be-
been. What would she prefer? Should we like take the
should bring its
head?
head back.
That's really big.
It is, but
Okay.
I mean, okay. Then I'll hack away and decapitate the neck corpse of the Jabberwock, and then haul that on my back.
Yeah, it's got kind of like this lanky, almost hair-like stuff all around its head and neck, and so you can kind of sling it over your back like a sack.
Okay.
Thanks
It's
for
awkward to
painting
carry,
that word
but
picture.
you can. You're welcome. Thistle leads you back into the forest. This is amazing. I've never watched anyone kill a Jabberwock before.
But I would imagine not. This
Yeah,
is
how
a
many
whole new
Jabberwocks are
story.
there?
Oh, there's only one.
Oh, that's more than enough.
Mhm.
To be honest, that might be too many. Well, it was too many, but now 0 is the right number of Jabberwocks. And
Yeah,
Pog
agreed.
reaches over for
Usually
a fist
it's
bump.
killed by a farmer's son.
Wait. No.
In the Laughing Lord story,
Don't ask.
usually the Jabberwock's killed by a farmer's son.
Well, where's the farmer's son?
I don't know. It's very strange because the Laughing Lord's domain is pushed out into the Feywild.
Oh, this is because it's
Is
a
the
new story.
Jabberwock just going to appear back?
I hope not.
Same. We should move quickly.
The queen wouldn't have sent you to kill it if it wasn't going to do any good.
It's true. It's true. Yeah.
I love that confidence.
Yeah.
But you're right. We should walk quick.
And fluttering ahead of you in her excitement, Thistle leads the way back to the circle in the trees and through.
Does it look like the same circle in the trees?
Good question.
Make a perception
Oh, no.
check.
Don't. I don't know how much of this is Philip playing with us and how much is Philip playing with us.
Right. Well, Shade rolled a 13.
You're pretty sure it is.
Yeah.
Thistle seems
All the
confident.
confidence in Thistle.
Thistle seems to know what she's talking about.
Yeah, she does.
She does until you ask questions.
Right.
That's when it all falls apart.
So through the ring and into the Forest Queen's Hall, you appear.
Okay.
The guard on the door turns towards you and sees the head of the Jabberwock and grins and turns and calls out once again, "Kalu! Kalu! Kali!" And the hall erupts in cheers as you both come mud-caked back into the hall,
Blood
hauling
soaked.
the ragged head of the Jabberwock.
I can only imagine the small woodland creatures cleaning up the detritus as we are walking down this grand hall.
The queen comes forward and embraces each of you in turn. And you're not muddy anymore when she steps away.
Wow. What a flex.
Thank you.
And she's, "Oh, well done, my beamish ones. The song! Let us have the song!" And she leads you over to seats, and one of the Fey Knights stands up, and the hall falls silent, as of people who've heard a song many times and are ready to hear it again. And says, and the knight begins. "'Twas Breleg, and the slithy toves did gyre and gimble in the wabe. All memsy were the borogroves, and the momraths outgrabe. Beware the Jabberwock, my son, the jaws that bite, the claws that catch. Beware the Jub bird, and shun the frumious bandersnatch. They took the vorpal sword in hand. Long time the manxome foe they sought. So rested they by the tom-tom tree, and stood a while in thought. And as in uffish thought they stood, the Jabberwock with eyes of flame came whiffling through the tulgey wood, and burbled as it came. 1, 2, 1, 2, and through, the vorpal blade went snicker-snack. They left it dead, and with its head, they came galumphing back. And the hall just roars in joy, and more food and drink appears on all the tables.
Oh, thank goodness.
How'd they know?
I think we're a story.
Oh my gosh, we don't have to do that again, do we?
No, says the queen.
Okay. I mean, we could. Yeah.
Unless you find yourself in the Laughing Lord's proper story one day, in which case you might find the Jabberwock again. But for the time being, you'll have driven it out of the Feywild proper. And hopefully, when you have dealt with the Laughing Lord, that will not be a problem again.
Yes, ma'am.
You have done me a great service. This is a very real threat to my domain. What the Laughing Lord is doing.
How do we help?
Your
How do we
intentions.
send him to his story?
You will need to enter into his domain. His intention is to make himself into an archfey. But to do that, he will have to have broken free of his story. All the stories have been weakened since the Mother Dryad's story unraveled. And he has used this to his advantage to begin to attempt to build himself a greater domain by swallowing portions of the Feywild. Had the Jabberwock remained long enough, the slithy toves would have become a part of his domain and a part of his story. As it is, you have pushed him back somewhat. But he will need to be faced in order to truly end him, or end this coup that he attempts.
Do we kill him and he goes back to his story?
Killing him in the story would weaken him. He would, of course, not be dead forever. Nothing here usually stays dead for very long. At least not the true Fae. There are mortal Fae, like yourself. But I cannot tell you with certainty how to defeat him. It will depend on what his domain has become as he has sought to build it. The story of his domain will matter as to how best to defeat him. Like you learned with the Green Knight, you might have fought him and won, but there was a better, if less obvious way. It will probably be like that. There will be a way beyond just fighting him.
Okay. That is hard to prepare for.
It is. It is hard to prepare for. Would you have anything of me to prepare you for this quest?
Not knowing how to defeat him, it's hard to know what to ask for, if anything. I don't love asking for help, but anything that we can do or have or be to help River is good. Pog, do you have ideas?
Not usually. And this one sounds like our kind of thing. You have to figure it out when you get there.
You get to keep the sword, right?
Do you need this back? Does this go back to the night? Is this yours?
It was his. You claimed it as a boon. And so it is yours. What you choose to do with it is up to you.
For what I do, I have more than I've ever had. This is the most ready I can be for Pog things.
No, that's a really cool sword.
Yeah.
I do not know how to tell you how to help your friend. Stolen Child will be changed by being in your world. And may be changed again by being in his domain. You should be prepared that she will not be as she was when you last saw her.
Oh no.
Oh.
She's worked so hard to be who she is now.
I do not mean that she will not know you, necessarily, but as a part of the Mother Dryad's story, she was to be ever a child. You took her beyond that story and allowed her to change. He will be looking to change her.
Change her back or change her again to someone new?
He would have her as a queen in his new domain.
I don't think she wants to move. I think she wants the grove that she has. She's worked very hard on it. With
And
it?
I hope that you will be able to rescue her. But I don't know what she will be like in this new environment. I know her only son.
We have to rescue her.
Or at least try. If we do have to fight while we're in there, do you have, in our world, we have what we call potions that do what your food does, and we're out of those. Do you have anything we could take to bring us strength when we run out?
That's a good question. Ooh, and if we could have food before we go to feel better, that would help.
You may, of course, feast before you go, and you may take some of the food with you. And this will act as these potions that you have in your world.
Thank you.
I do not know how to know what you desire. I can give you no greater companion than you have found for yourself in this realm.
I mean, if we're asking for things, Pog got a really cool sword, and I have just a really okay bow.
She smiles and nods and looks around and says, Bronwyn. And you see one of the elf-like people that are filling this hall stand up and walk over. And the queen says, this valiant goes to face a foe of all of us. Like you, she prefers a bow. And the elf, she smiles, and she unbuckles a strap that runs across the leather armor she wears, and sort of pulls her silver hair aside as she slips a quiver full of arrows from her back, and hands them to you. The quiver is of a soft leather that at the moment seems blue, and has sylvan runes along the has sylvan runes running down its side, and it feels cool to the touch right now. And while you watch, the Eladrin, as you now realize she is, reaches out and touches another rune, and the blue of the leather flushes to a pale green, and becomes warmer and then she touches another, and it flushes to a bright gold, and then another, and it darkens to a deep autumny rust color.
That is beautiful.
And useful as well, she says. And you now have a quiver of seasons in your inventory. When you make ranged attacks, you can infuse the ammunition with the seasonal magic of the quiver according to what season you desire.
Whoa.
That is very cool.
Whoa.
Are you sure?
We have skilled craftsmen. She will not go without. Thank you, Bronwyn. And the Eladrin bows and returns to her place. Now, feast yourselves and tell me when you are prepared.
Will do.
You are led to seats, and as before, the feast gives you the benefits of a long rest.
Sweet.
Did we just have 2 long rests in the same episode? No, it was last episode. I don't think we've ever gotten to be healthy this quickly. This is weird.
Have you considered becoming Archfey warlocks? Just saying.
I hadn't
Now.
until now. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
You heard the
all
good
of a
news
sudden,
of the Forest Queen.
we actually have
Yes.
all of a sudden. Pog will politely ask someone for on one side for their napkin, and then someone else for a napkin, and then a third, and we'll bundle food up in those napkins.
Okay.
And tie them up and put them in his bag.
All right. So you take a doggy bag.
Yep.
That is a great idea. Excuse me.
And at the end of
And-
wrapping them, double checks. And you did say we could take some with us for leaving.
Of course, there's plenty and to spare.
Well, thank you again. And
So much.
I really hope we get to see you again. One more time.
Yes, please.
Good luck. And she walks over to the ring and touches it. And it shifts a little bit. And Pog, behind your ear, you hear, "This is why you have to be not. This is why I'm never quite sure."
Pog is going to turn to her and say, this one I don't know for sure if we're going to have a way back. You can come with us. You are our friend. But you don't have to.
I'll come.
Okay.
Um,
Are you ready?
I think so. I don't think I'm going to get more ready.
I think that's going to be how you and me do things.
As you approach, the queen sees Thistle sitting on one of your shoulders and tilts her head for a moment and says, "This is a dangerous road for you, little one. And Thistle stands up and sort of squares her shoulders and says, I've come this far with them. I haven't had friends like this since the last time I had friends. The queen laughs and says, very well. Then you will not go unprepared. And she reaches over and sort of scoops Thistle off your shoulder for a moment and sets her on the ground and then leans down close and whispers in Thistle's ear. And you feel this breeze blow through the hall and the grass sways and the trees creak slightly. And without seeing quite how it happens, Thistle grows to about 3 feet tall. And then the queen touches each of the little makeshift pieces of equipment that she's acquired, and they morph slightly so that Thistle is now carrying a sword that appears to be made out of a dragonfly wing.
Oh.
Wow.
And she holds it up and looks, and it's even like diaphanous, and you sort of see translucent, and grins and bows to the queen and puts the sword in the sheath that she's wearing now. And says, "All right, I'm ready."
Pog's gonna hold his fist up to Thistle and go, "We're ready, friend."
She punches your fist. The 4 of you stride through the ring and appear in a wood. The trees are all tom-tom trees. Just ahead of you on the road, just ahead of you, a path leads down a grove of tom-tom trees. And you can see a palace, a beautiful castle rising, or at least it probably was beautiful before it became entirely wrapped around every inches with thick, thorny vines that pulse with a blue light.
Oh my God.
And that is where we will leave this episode.
Oh.
Thank you all so much for watching. If you'd like to get in touch with us, you can do so in comments below or at all the links down in the description, where you'll find links to our Discord and all of our social media, as well as to Colin's Twitch, where he is sorry BTR. The O there is a 0. New episodes of Khyber Shards drop every Monday. New Khyber Shards answers every Friday. And until next time, thanks for rolling with us.
Philip!